What's going on, y'all? SES and I'm finna record this video for y'all in the garage. I actually have a video that I cannot post yet, but I am gonna post it. Well, I got out of the military. I don't have my DD-214 yet, so when I do get it, and I know that they can't do nothing about my video, I'm gonna post it. This video right here is about overhead on the shop, right? I'm really in no rush to get a commercial location, but like I said, it would be nice, but I'm in no rush because it's just another set of bills. And right now, everything is working. Like people about a month ahead worth of work. Sometimes maybe longer than that. I just try to space everything out so it works for me, right? So the thing with the commercial location is really for stuff that I can't produce without the car, right? So it benefits the customer more and the brand more. For me, it's just like more work. And I don't like having headaches. And I don't like being rushed. Customer want to keep seeing in car, stress, headache. And every time a customer wants to see their car, you actually stop and work. So all that type of stuff combined, it's just, I'm not really in no rush now. I set up these numbers for y'all. All right, so right now in the Atlanta area, everything is $9 to $12 per square foot per year. So if I had 2,000 square feet, this would be the estimated price, $2,000. All right, gas, in the summer gas probably be like $30, but in the winter it could probably be like $200. So I just put an average of $100. Now, why do I put gas? A lot of people say, oh, you don't need no gas. Look, me, if I ain't comfortable, I can't produce. So I gotta have air and heat. Air, not so much. I can just adjust the time I work. But I gotta have heat. I gotta have heat. If it's cold, it's just gonna be too hard for me to work. Stuff gonna be drying slow, all that stuff combined. The electric, I just went off what it is at the house, cause it ain't all that cheap. Could be less. At the house it's about $280, so I just put $250. I got a lot of 220 stuff. You got air compressor running most of the day. You got CNC running, vacuums, 2 vacuums, welder here and there. I would like a lift setup. It'd be good for gauges and great for gauges. That way I'm not scraping my hands and head on the floor, my back. So could have a 220 lift, but like I say, it could be 200 give or take. I think it'd be less. Trash. So with a commercial location, you have a cam. Usually, if you don't own the spot, cam is the common area maintenance. All right, so trash, water, and insurance for the spots usually included in the cam. But for what I'm doing, I would create a lot more trash, so I just added $100 a month for trash. $60 for Wi-Fi. A lot of machines use Wi-Fi. Some machines, if you have issues, it can be remote in, so you gotta have some Wi-Fi at the location. Subscriptions. I got subscriptions for a lot of these machines. Software. Let's go. We'll go in another spot, but you just say $100 for subscriptions. Water. It could be a bill if you don't have water. Like I said, it's usually included. Insurance, you gotta have liability, general liability for your building. I mean, for your business, just in case anything happens. I put trunk, but I mean a truck. So you gotta have some type of work vehicle, and this where you will put your numbers at if you have a note. I don't really like having notes, so this is where my truck come in. Then insurance for whatever vehicle that is, I just use my truck for this sake. It's about $100, $125, but it's really a combined rate with 3 cars for my regular day. For our daily driver cars, they got their own cost. All right, factoring in taxes. I didn't factor in taxes just for simplicity's sake. Maintenance for the equipment. So I probably spend about $100 a week on bits, little small stuff. I say about $100 a week is what I spend on that. Equipment and startup. Those are something you got to factor in, because equipment and startup is something you got to factor in because it's there. Like some people think that tools and equipment just falls out the sky into your shop. No, like that stuff had to be bought, had to be paid for. Some people lease a lot of stuff. I don't lease none of the stuff I got, so I actually bought it. Like it's not no snap of the finger or let me make a call and get it. You gotta get the equipment. You gotta get the equipment, the startup, and you have to get the training, or you're gonna spend a lot of time training yourself, which you still have to get paid while you're doing that. So all that gotta be factored in. All right, so here go a weekly thing that I put together away from the overhead, which is really kind of still overhead. So you got mistakes, and then I put this because, and then I factor in a worker too. You got to factor in mistakes because no matter what kind of car, whatever you're working on, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have stuff break. You're gonna have clips break. Stuff you're gonna have to pay for. Something's gonna break. I don't know if it's gonna be $600 a month. I put $150 a week. Materials, stuff that's you're gonna break, stuff that you're gonna go through. I don't know if it's gonna be that much, but I just put that as a general range. Cause shoot, man, I had stuff break. 2 things broke in 1 month. It was $1,200. So I keep that in mind. Like it could be pretty high. So personal pay, just for simplicity's sake, I just put my army pay. It was about $5,200 a month after taxes and everything. All right, so a worker. Now, this is the reason why I don't want to get a worker right now. So, what a lot of shops do for people who just starting out, they will pay you $100 a day, right? I don't really feel comfortable paying somebody $100 a day. So, really, when you get in a rookie worker, you losing money in 3 ways, because you losing money with them tearing stuff up, which is the mistakes I already put. They're gonna break stuff, like material and stuff on cars. They're gonna break stuff. 2, you're gonna teach them, so you can't do what you're doing. And you're losing money right there because you're teaching them in hopes that they gain it fast. So you're losing money because you have to slow down. And the 3rd way you're losing money is you still have to pay them. You got to pay them. So if you get a decent experienced worker, man, I feel like they can make the same amount as the owner, because everybody thinks the owner makes the most money. The business makes the money. The owner has to just pay themselves. Like, it don't really work like how people think it works. So I say a decent worker, $800 a month, and inflation is high as hell right now. Like, so it's just something to keep in mind. Material, I put that for 2 people. Me, easily, man, I ran through 3 sheets of wood one day, and wood is like $55 a sheet. So with taxes, that's $150, $15, $165, right? And I don't use wood no more. So times that by 150 times 3, that's $450 in material that I can run through by myself in one day. Keep that in mind. In one day. So 2 people in 5 days, estimated run through $1,750 material. Material is high as ever right now. So just factor that in. So fuel for the work vehicle. So say we gotta make runs, gotta make some tolls, something like that. With the prices of fuel is, because I can easily in my truck run through $100 in 2 days. So I just put $125, give or take. And I'm trying to get away from doing all the pickup, drop off stuff, because it's just too much of a liability. I don't want any issues. So, and I actually supposed to have a car this weekend. So all of this was with one worker. Really, if I got a commercial location, I would just have to charge a whole lot more, because I still had to account for if I get sick. I have to account for if I need time off. I have to account for all that. So, all right, here go where the numbers come in at. All right, so all of this for 1 week is $41.25 times 4, $16.5. Then all this overhead stuff, $27.85. I'm sure someone mentioned this is just for general numbers, right? Come out to $19,285 for the month. So that means I need to make damn near $240,000 a year gross, just to net pay myself right here. So keep that in mind. Say we work, this is just for general numbers purposes. Say we work 40 hours a week, me and somebody else, that's come out 320 hours total for the month. Divide that by 19,285 divided by 320, come out to $60.26. You cannot charge that, right? You cannot charge that. Like I say, stuff will break. Things gonna fluctuate. You're gonna need time off. Somebody's gonna take a break, a vacation. So, and then another thing. So mechanics, fabricators, upholstery people, they are there, but they are not always preferred. So if somebody prefer you more than they prefer somebody else in a specialty, because this is a specialty thing, if somebody prefer you more, you can charge more. So if a mechanic charges $100 an hour, there's no way you should be charging $100 an hour when 2 mechanics live next door to each other. It just really don't make no sense. So if they charging $100, you could charge $100, but you could charge more, because hey, you can go in any commercial park and see, yeah, you can go in any commercial park and see two mechanics right next to you, right next to each other. You see that stuff like literally door to door, or in a whole area, you can have 10 mechanics. Like now, specialty mechanics is a different ballgame because they specialize in what they specialize in. So that's what I'm saying. So a specialty mechanic, somebody who's focused on forced induction type setups, they're not going to charge the same thing as a person who just replace parts. And that's all I'm saying. So I would be in a specialty group, so I cannot charge what a regular person charge. It just really don't make sense. If I specialize in something, exactly, that's what I'm saying. All right, now I want to touch on equipment one more time. Equipment is no joke. All right, so say if I just bought a piece of equipment, 5 digits. I don't really like to put the exact numbers out there because people think, oh, you got a lot of money. You know, I fucking know. I just hustle hard. So say you buy an expensive piece of equipment, you still have to learn how to use it, right? And this is what I'm talking about. You still have to get paid. So you got to find time to work on the equipment, work with the equipment to actually get good, to be able to use it, to make it profitable for you, right? Pay for the equipment. You have to make it make money. So in a long span of time, you're not making money from what you just spent. So that's where the time comes in at. You usually ain't gonna be working no 8 hours a day if you got that type of setup. So you don't have to spend hours per day using the machine, researching software, equipment, software. Man, I spent at least $5,000 in the last year on software. Like I said, all that stuff add up, and a lot of people don't even account for that. It's oh man, they charge too much, they taxing. Like bro, you getting your stuff faster, you getting something that you ain't never seen, and you getting something that's different and built for your car. Like this is not something that everybody else is getting. It's just different. So yeah, I thought I'd leave y'all with those numbers, man. And I know a lot of people like 2,000 square feet. What you need 2,000 square feet, right? So if I did do a commercial location, I would have to do at least 2,000 square feet because in the backyard I got 1,000, right? And I have a machine in the house, and I got this sewing set up in the garage. I would need at least 2,000. I would need 2 to 3 cars. Like to have a lift. It's not required, but I would like to have a lift. And I have a whole nother setup for my sewing in like room where I'm on a computer and stuff, because the dust from fabrication gets everywhere. Like it get everywhere. So I just want to give y'all that drop of that video. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like I said, that's another $2,800 a month in bills, which I'm in no rush because everything is working. And then, like I said, I would have to charge like $100 an hour. People don't want to pay the price now. If I do something and it take 15 hours because I'm at the house, I can say, all right, it's gonna cost $800. Or if it took 10 hours, all right, it's gonna cost $700. But like I say, in that price, that's total price. Like if you go to a real shop, you're paying. If you took 10 hours and they charge $100 an hour, you're paying $1,000 plus material. I include the material. So I know a lot of people think, oh, he charged too much. No, like I actually charge a decent rate. Everything is just high as hell right now. Like, and I eliminated a lot of the bills by running my stuff at home for now. So it's like I said, it's working for me. Running to Ace Hardware to get some boats. I was just right by Home Depot and didn't get the damn boats. I didn't even think to go to Home Depot. Home Depot got a better price, but I'm already here now, so forget it. Man, yeah, I came to Ace Hardware to get some boats, so I just told y'all. But I ain't touch on some of the stuff I wanted to touch on, and I missed one point. So when I said maintenance, $100 a week, I should have put that on the other side. That would have came out to $400 a month. So I messed that up. And then other things, so you have to charge an hourly rate once you start taking in stuff that you ain't never even touched. So you can't really say, all right, I'm gonna charge you $7,000, but you end up taking double the time and you still do it for the same amount of money. This is a lot of shops, especially black shops, going whole because they try to do everything flat rate. They try to get it done as fast as they can, which in a sense it could work, but if you don't know how long it's gonna take and you charge somebody what you think is decent and end up taking you way longer than what you expected, and then the customers just don't want to pay more. They want to pay what you said it was gonna cost, because that's what a lot of us deal with. Black people want a flat rate, like how much is it gonna be? And then when you're doing custom stuff, you can't really do that because, all right, I think it's gonna be $6,500. It's like, you think how much it's gonna be, man? Like a lot of people don't say nothing, but it's just I don't know how long it's gonna take. I mean, I can't really give you a flat rate. I can give you an estimated rate, you know. Or if you know this completely custom, you ain't never did it, you never touched this car, nothing like that, you say it's gonna be this much per hour. People hate that. They be like, damn, $100 an hour. You don't know how long it's gonna take? No, it's custom. I mean, how do I know how long it's gonna take? I know how long I think it's gonna take, but no, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Like, yeah, man, people be wanting you to put yourself out of business down there to satisfy them, but let me get these nuts and bolts and get back to the house, chill for a little bit, 'cause I got some work to do tonight again. But yeah, what's the box? Damn, SCS, man, I'm out.